Hello and welcome to The Social Connection. It's your program about social media news, the trends you talked about, the videos you shared, and what new changes social media companies offered its users. I'm Preeti Tiwari and with me is Nancy Kohli.
Thank you, Preeti. Welcome, everyone. We are back with yet another edition in which we'll take you through the top trends, latest news and everything that kept the social media platform busy. But first up, let's take a look at what we have in store for you in this edition.
President launches Sajak, a smartphone app on energy education.
Facebook adding an offline news feed to its mobile apps.
Twitter begins displaying diverse emojis. The company also introduced a photo feature.
Let's start with the top stories now. President Pranab Mukherjee launches Sajak, a smartphone app on energy education. The app is designed to increase awareness on the need to conserve energy and empower youth to participate as future energy ambassadors of society. The president also inaugurated a new children's section of the President of India website. More in this report.
President Pranab Mukherjee launches Sajak, a smartphone application on energy education at Umang, a festival of energy at Dr. Rajendra Prasad Sarvodaya Vidyalaya School. A new children's section of the President of India website was also inaugurated on Friday. The Sajak app aimed at educating the masses about the ways to conserve energy. The app will offer a smart and unique solution to meet the problems of energy conservation. Sajak app will help users better understand the energy demands of their homes and help save energy accordingly. The app addresses the most common factor of energy inefficiency and allows people to calculate the energy requirement of their homes. Users can even learn energy-efficient solutions for their home through videos posted on the app. Through tips, users can save considerable energy and save upon the hefty bills, which will ultimately save energy for the future generations. The Sajak app is available on Google Play. During the event, President Pranab Mukherjee addressed the issue of energy conservation.
The Festival of Energy, Umang 2015, with the theme Nai Jindagi Ki Umang, Sach Urja Ki Shang, is a very timely theme, particularly when the whole world is brainstorming to help the global warming before the world becomes 2 degrees hotter than it was in the pre-industrial days. This is really a big global challenge for sustaining the habitation ecosystem.
The President also inaugurated a new children's section of the President of India website. The interactive children's section for the popular website of the President of India has been created for young children of age 7 to 15 years. The website section will educate children in simple language and with photos and video footage on various aspects of Rashtrapati Bhavan and the President. Speaking on the occasion, President said the launch of children's section of the website is yet another step in the opening of Rashtrapati Bhavan to the people of India. He hoped it will encourage more and more children visit this heritage building. A statement issued by the Press Information Bureau said the website will include the story of building of Rashtrapati Bhavan, role of President, highlights of President Pranab Mukherjee's presidency, information on President's since independence, banquets and kitchen of Rashtrapati Bhavan, President's bodyguard, garden trail, life in Rashtrapati Bhavan and museums of Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Next up, Facebook mobile app users will now never miss a post, even if they are offline. The company announced that it is altering its app's news feed, so users will still see new posts while they are in poorly connected areas. Users have always been able to like and share posts while offline, but they will now also be able to queue up comments for when they come back online. More details in this report. Facebook mobile app users will now never miss a post, even if they are offline, underground, in the air or otherwise out of reach. The company announced that it's altering its app's news feed so users will still see new posts while they are in poorly connected areas. Users will also be able to write comments which will post once they have reconnected. In a blog post, Facebook wrote, "These changes will help anyone who is on a poor internet connection, even those whose network connectivity is generally good but who have intermittent connection in places like subways and tunnels or at large events." As far as the news feed, Facebook said it will log the stories a user has already downloaded and not yet viewed. When users go offline, the app will display those posts based on Facebook's relevance algorithm. When they come back online, their news feeds will automatically receive news stories from Facebook servers, which will display as they would have normally. The app takes the already downloaded but unread posts into account upon startup and ranks them with news stories as the newsfeed is refreshed or scrolled through. The company said it's also going to test a feature that allows the app to retrieve news stories throughout the day while users are on a good connection. Users have always been able to like and share posts while offline, but they will now also be able to queue up comments for when they come back online. Once they have reconnected, the comments will automatically post. The company said this feature as well as the newsfeed changes will be tested and rolled out slowly. Facebook specifically cited emerging markets and people coming online at a staggering rate as a season to update its app with these offline features. Facebook says it's currently testing these new features and rolling them out at overtime in order to gather feedback.
Twitter has unveiled a new range of emojis for its user base after enabling Unicode 7 and 8 supports. Well, now Twitter users can make use of these diverse emojis and choose their favorite skin tones. The new features include family emojis as well as tacos and 256 country flags. Also, Twitter's web feed will now display full square and landscape images rather than cropping them into an awkwardly sized rectangle. Take a look.
Twitter is about to get a lot more colorful. The microblogging firm rolled out support for Unicode 8.0 emojis in its Tweemoji icon set. With this, users will be able to enjoy those fancy new icons on Twitter even if their devices are not fully compatible. On the web, Twitter translates emoji into its own set of cartoon-like characters and icons, which is also open source for anyone to use. The company also added support for racially diverse emoji, which were made available earlier in the year. These can be selected on your phone by tapping and holding on a person emoji if you're running iOS 8.3 and up. However, the diverse emoji aren't yet available on TweetDeck, although Twitter's design manager said it will be coming soon. Also, to offer its users a rich media experience, Twitter is revamping the way photos posted to its service will look, with a greater focus on a more media-heavy experience that now features uncropped photos and improved multi-photo displays. The update is aimed at helping Twitter continue its transition from the text-based service it has been in the past to one that better supports rich media. It follows Twitter's other recent moves to better highlight the media on its service, including the launch of visual media-focused moments and auto-playing videos.
Don't go anywhere as we're heading for a short commercial break. We have another lot of interesting stories coming up. Stay tuned to Doordarshan News.
Now the National News Channel of India, live on your mobile phone. Get the news on the go. Watch top videos, get the latest news and continuous news on your mobile phone. Download DD News app now. Visit the Android Play Store, search for DD News, download the app to your phone. Get the power of information at your fingertips. DD News. Only news, complete news.
हर दिन बदलती खबरें, हर पल बनती नई सुर्खियां, खबरों की रफ्तार के साथ हर दोपहर दुनिया की ताजा तस्वीर। दोपहर समाचार रोजाना 2 बजे सिर्फ डीडी न्यूज पर। सुर्खियों की भीड़ में अहम खबरें, असल मुद्दे जो डालते हैं आपकी जिंदगी पर असर। दिन भर की हर बड़ी खबर का बेबाक विश्लेषण, सच, सटीक, संपूर्ण। न्यूज नाइट, सोमवार से शुक्रवार रात 8 से 10 बजे, सिर्फ डीडी न्यूज पर।
Welcome back. You must be familiar with the top trending topics of the week, but here's a quick wrap of the trends that rule different social media platforms.
Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, along with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, attended the spectacular evening prayers on the bank of holy river Ganga in the ancient town of Varanasi this week. Abe's visit assumes significance as it comes against the backdrop of partner city agreement between Kyoto and Varanasi signed by the two leaders during Prime Minister Modi's visit to Japan in August last year. During Japanese Prime Minister's visit to New Delhi, India and Japan inked 16 agreements in key areas including civil nuclear cooperation and defense. Delegates from around the world commended the landmark accord agreed by the Global Climate Summit in Paris this week, which sets the course for a historic transformation of the world's fossil fuel-driven economy within decades in a bid to arrest global warming. The deal comes at the tail end of the hottest year on record and after 4 years of fraught UN talks often pitting the interest of rich nations against poor and imperiled island states against rising economic powerhouses. US President Barack Obama joined Republican lawmakers on Capitol Hill this week to mark the 150th anniversary of the 13th Amendment, which ended slavery. On the occasion, Obama said, "We betray the efforts of the past if we fail to push back against bigotry in all its forms." The US President also appeared to reference modern-day racial disparities with regard to law enforcement. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg this week said he supported Muslims in his community and around the world. Muslims in the United States and abroad have been criticized in the wake of attacks in Paris and California. In a Facebook post, Zuckerberg wrote, "As a Jew, my parents taught me that we must stand up against attack on all communities. Even if an attack isn't against you today, in times attacks on freedom for anyone will hurt everyone." Kala Utsav, a 4-day event organized by the Ministry of Human Resource Development to promote Indian culture among school students, was held at Bal Bhavan in New Delhi this week. The festival aims to increase awareness about various Indian art forms and the country's rich heritage among school children. This will witness participation from 1,400 India. Students from across the country showcase art forms from their respective states.
Stepping up its India focus, YouTube has launched YouTube Space Mumbai at Whistling Woods International. The company said that the watch time of its content in India was growing at 80% on a year-on-year basis, while the content uploaded to India has grown by 90%. With this new initiative, content creators will be able to produce original digital video content for their YouTube channels. Take a look at this report.
What the? Get back here and clean this up! Cut!
That is the most ridiculous thing we've ever.
Google has opened its first YouTube space in India. The 8th such production hub to be inaugurated by the search giant globally, YouTube Space Mumbai offers content creators in the country access to a studio facility, providing courses, workshops and collaborations. Google has partnered with local film school Whistling Woods International over the studio, which is nestled within the school's campus. Similar to its existing studio hubs around the world, the new Mumbai YouTube space offers courses, equipment, workshops, collaborations and more. YouTube Space Mumbai is only the 8th all over the world after YouTube Spaces in Tokyo, Los Angeles, London, New York, Sao Paulo, Berlin and Paris. The facilities are designed to help remove constraints on resources in order to give creators the opportunity to learn, connect and create. Through YouTube Space, creators can access, at no charge, all the latest audio-visual and editing equipment to produce original and innovative digital video content for their own YouTube channels. The amount of content uploaded to YouTube in India has grown by 90%, making it one of the world's most vibrant user markets. Watch time in India has grown 80% year-on-year. The YouTube Space Mumbai encompasses a 1400 square feet home for YouTube creators. This includes a 400 square feet studio, a lounge area and an edit bay with 2 machines capable of 4K video editing. In addition, YouTube creators have access to Whistling Woods international sound stages and post-production facilities, including 2 fully equipped professional studios over 3,000 square feet each.
Don't go anywhere as we are heading for a short commercial break. We have another lot of interesting stories coming up. Stay tuned to Doordarshan News.
सुबह का सही आगाज ताजा खबरों के साथ, सुर्खियों के आईने से देश विदेश की सही तस्वीर और दिन के हर पहलू पर नजर। नया सवेरा सोमवार से शुक्रवार सुबह 7 बजे सिर्फ डीडी न्यूज पर।
ब्रेकिंग न्यूज की रेस से हटकर
खबरें कुछ अच्छी भी हैं,
खबरें जो बढ़ाएंगी हौसला और विश्वास,
उम्मीद भरी खबरें जो लाएंगी मुस्कान। गुड न्यूज इंडिया।
Now the national news channel of India, live on your mobile phone. Get the news on the go. Watch top videos, get the latest news and continuous news on your mobile phone. Download DD News app now. Visit the Android Play Store, search for DD News, download the app to your phone. Get the power of information at your fingertips. DD News. Only news, complete news.
हर दिन बदलती खबरें, हर पल बनती नई सुर्खियां, खबरों की रफ्तार के साथ हर दोपहर दुनिया की ताजा तस्वीर। दोपहर समाचार रोजाना 2 बजे सिर्फ डीडी न्यूज पर।
Welcome back to the Social Connection. An app developed by university students in China allows students to participate in class not through a show of hands but by communicating through their smartphones. The app aimed at increasing interaction between students and their teachers to make classroom participation more efficient. Take a look at this interesting report.
2 Chinese university students have developed a smartphone application called Zenker that aims to help those who have an aversion to speaking up in class. Students scan a big QR code projected on screen with their smartphones or other devices and then answer questions. The results are collated and shown to the professor. It's aimed at increasing interaction between students and their teachers to make classroom participation more efficient. Deng Zhu and Zhang Zhizhu, both juniors studying at Shanghai Fundan University and majoring in computer science, spent about 3 weeks developing the first version of the app last year and have been testing it out and making improvements. Zhang explained why there was a need for such a digital tool.
对，我觉得可能就是这种课堂模式
I feel that this way of the class is low in efficiency when questions are asked but no one answers. Secondly, many of our generation are relatively more introverted. So traditional way of taking part in class is not something that makes us more comfortable.
是一个 就可能。
The app even managed to win the approval of San Wei, Associate Professor of School of Computer Science of Fudan University, who supervised the development of Zenka.
The most obvious feeling is that it has made communication more efficient in my class. I could only track a few students' understanding of the class before, but now I have a good idea of how the whole class is understanding some specific knowledge.
Zenka has been widely used in more than 40 classrooms of the university, New York University, Shanghai, and some high schools in the United States, the inventors said. Shampomori Taoyi said that the app helps students who are afraid of asking questions in class.
Actually, it is common that we have queries in class. Some students think they are losing face if they go ask questions, so they do not do it. Now, when the teacher asks if there are any questions, at least he is able to grasp if everyone has understood the specifics.
The app is currently free but is only available to those who have received invitations from Zhang and Deng. Sun said some investors have already approached them but said the pair are focusing on improving and upgrading the app and have no plans to put it on the market for now.
And it's time now to see all the feedback that you sent in on Twitter, Facebook and YouTube.
Well, this is the end of our show. Continue sending in your feedback, comments as you have been on ddnews.com, @gmail.com, on our Twitter handle ddnews live, our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel.
We hope that you enjoyed the show as much as we did in presenting it to you. And before we sign off, we leave you with an interesting video. See you again next week. Thank you and goodbye.
I remember how it used to be. Some days it's hard to see. Made it through the maze to find my one in a million. And now you're just a page torn from the story I'm living. And all I gave you is so this land.